Hello, welcome to all you Leos. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for November 2014. What are the planets doing? And especially in general, for Leos, what does it mean? There are certain things that are important during this month. First of all, it's the last time that Saturn is in that fourth house of yours. So it's an ending of a cycle. It will go retrograde a tiny little bit next year, but that's peanuts. I mean, this is the most hard work that is done and that is concluded. I'll talk about that in a minute. Then there is a stellium in Scorpio, and I'll explain that. And then there are some other little things as well. But most importantly, there is a stellium. Stellium, what is it? A stellium is 3 or more planets in the same sign. It's in Scorpio now, and it's in your deepest place of the chart. It's on the bottom of the chart. It's your roots. It's your identity. It's your house. I mean, literally or figuratively. It's what you are all about. It's your core. So a lot of emphasis during the first 2 weeks of November in that particular area of your life. And it's in Scorpio, so it's also a fixed sign that you do understand, because Leo is also a fixed sign. But it's going very, very deep. So it's water, and you are a fire sign. So that clashes a little bit with all that intensity going deep in the deep waters of the Scorpio. But it's supposed to be that way, and it has meaning because it's helping you to get to know yourself better on a very deep level. Whether you are 20 or 60 years old, it doesn't matter. That's what it does. And you had worked already a long time on that fourth house because Saturn is there for quite a while. Saturn is there for already 2 years in that fourth house, trying to discipline it, trying to understand it, trying to test it, trying to put boundaries there with yourself. Putting boundaries in with yourself makes someone a way stronger person. That's what you've been doing. But of course, Saturn is always slow and it's hard work. And you are a fire sign, which is, come on, I want to go forward. Well, good news. Next month, Saturn is out there. So you will have finished that cycle, that learning cycle, you could say, of the lessons that you have learned considering that fourth house. But the other thing is, it seems to me that the universe, or God if you like, is saying, hey, but before it's out there, I'm going to give you a bit of an overload of the Saturn. And why is that? Because that stallion that is formed there. So a lot of quicker planets like Venus, your ruler also, the Sun, and Mercury is passing Saturn in the beginning of the month. So, and your sun sign will pass Saturn around, let's see, come on, Veerle, a bit quickly, around the 17th, 18th, 19th. That will be a couple of days that you feel a bit heavy and feel a bit low energy, but that means it's already it's at the end of that stage. It's at the end of that process of learning process of who you are and what you are all about and what you are not and what you're not about. And so having all that energy there with the Sun there, with Venus there, with Mercury there, is still a lot of inner work done, because the fourth house is an inner house, inner work house, you could say. So bear in mind that you're almost there. You're almost there. If you've got the feeling that you've been a bit stuck with yourself, and especially those people who have planets at the last piece of Leo, so around 20 up until 29 degrees of Leo, those people have Saturn on their sun sign or on their ascendant, which is heavy. So it's like the super heaviness will also give you the super uplift, and the only thing that you can do is keep on going. that's the best advice. Keep on going, and that knowing it's for a reason that you're becoming way more mature. You are encountering your own boundaries as well, because that's Saturn. So be mindful that where do I go too far? Well, it could be work, it could be relationship, it doesn't matter, but know your boundaries. That's what you are exploring at the moment. That is what this Saturn is trying to do. Also, if you are a younger person, parents can play a very, even if you're an older person, even when your parents have died, still there are some patterns going on there that you need to let go of. You need to detach yourself a little bit more from your parents. Could be the father, could be the mother, but it has to do with becoming more you and becoming less them. You know, there's always an inner critic in us. That's can be mommy voice or daddy voice, and you need to distinguish yourself a little bit more to that. That could be the case with some younger Leos as well. So, but whatever it is, there is the fruits that you are going to get, the rewards that you are going to get, and that will probably be around the end of November, especially also the December time, when Saturn leaves that core house of yours. So you're really maturing a lot. You really, and we only mature by, you know, by growing hard, growing. You could say Saturn is very slow, but actually through that slowliness, you're growing tremendously. So say that to yourself. And things will go faster after this month. So because you are a Leo, you are fire sign, fire wants to spread its fire, and you know, if there's one planet that Leo doesn't like, it's Saturn. Saturn in Leo is in its detriment. That's the reason why, because Leo doesn't want any restriction. Leo wants to be expansive, wants to show what it has, wants to show spirit. And Saturn says, ha 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 ha, it humbles you a little bit, and it's making you stronger so you can shine better afterwards. That's the deal. So so putting boundaries with yourself, that's what Saturn has probably learned you, and still will learn you, especially in the beginning of the month. And then there's more. Venus goes into Sagittarius, the Sun goes in Sagittarius, that's your 5th house, so you will feel an uplift already from that, let's say the 17th of the month, when Venus goes in your 5th house. The 5th house is your house. The 5th house is a buoyant house, it's the house of pleasure, it's the house of entertainment, so you feel more light. So there is light after a bit more dark energy there. And you will also have Mars and Pluto in the 6th house, which means that a lot of Leos will also put a lot of effort in work, in day-to-day routines, but maybe transform there. So maybe some Leos will shift work, will do another job, and maybe another profession even, because they had enough of it, because Mars is cutting off and Pluto is transformation in that 6th house of yours. For others, it can mean a very intense month of work. So be aware that you're not burning yourself, that you take time to come to your body again, because that's also the 6th house. The 6th house is mental and physical health. So put some effort into that as well, and I think you will be fine. And of course still Jupiter in your sign. That's fantastic. Take advantage of the expansion that is offered to you, and that you can take into your hands yourself, because you have Jupiter in your sign. And for those who have planets around 19, 20 to 23 in a Leo, it's your time. You've got chances. When it's your sun, it can be your path. When it's your ascendant, you feel this confidence coming your way. So, interesting times for Leos. Wishing you a good month, you Leos, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.